Okay, so this is going to be episode 1 of, I guess, a new series called Homework Help. I'm open to suggestions on what the name should be called here. But every week for your weekly review, I want you to think about a handful of questions that you want me to go over, just so by the time SOLs roll around, you'll be good to go. So, question number 1. It said, consider the polynomials 2x squared plus 5x minus 12 and 2x minus 3. And there were 3 things that I wanted you to do here. The first one was to find the sum. The other one was to find the difference. That's not how you spell difference. Difference. And then lastly, find the product. I kind of skipped over finding... Oops. I kind of skipped over finding the... Oh my gosh. Finding the quotient because we haven't learned how to do dividing by a binomial. You'll do that later. So to find the sum, all I'm going to do is combine my like terms. So I'm going to rewrite this as 2x squared plus 5x minus 12, throw that in parentheses, plus 2x minus 3. So real quick, I don't see any other x squared terms. I can combine this 5x with this 2x to get plus 7x. And then I can combine, I'll do a different color, this minus 12 with this minus 3 to get minus 15. So pretty straightforward. For the difference, we have to be careful here. If I do 2x squared plus 5x minus 12 minus 2x minus 3, like it looks like it'd be the same thing, right? But that sign in the middle really changes stuff. So there is still nothing to combine with my 2x squared. But if we look at our x terms, I have a 5x, and now I'm subtracting 2x from that. So that ends up being plus 3x. And the same thing over here. If I have minus 12 and I subtract minus 3, remember, if I subtract minus 3, that's really the same thing as saying, well, we're just adding 3. So negative 12 or minus 12 plus 3 is negative 9. So we can't be scared of our integer operations, guys. And product, remember, product means multiplication. So 2x squared plus 5x minus 12 in parentheses, and then I'll multiply that by 2x minus 3 in parentheses. This is where we do our distributive property. You could rewrite this and think of it as 2x minus 3 times this if you don't want to have to do crazy distributive property, but I'm just going to roll with it. 2x squared times 2x is 4x cubed. And then 2x squared times minus 3 ends up being minus 6x squared. Switch to a different color. Let's go, I don't know, pink. No, that's too close to purple. Let's do blue. 5x times this, and then 5x times this. So 5x times 2x is plus 10x. 5x times negative 3 or minus 3 is minus 15x. I'm running out of room. Let's switch one more color, go orange, and then I have to do this term times both of those. So minus 12 times 2x is minus 24x. And minus 12 times minus 3, again, with the 2 negatives, you get plus 36. And then you just combine your like terms like we did for the sum and the difference. There are no, there's only, what, one x cubed term? There are 2, wait, there should be 2x squared terms, right? I messed something up. Oh, that 10x should be 10x squared. Oops. So let me combine those two. Minus 6x squared plus 10x squared ends up being plus 4x squared. And then I can combine minus 15x and minus 24x to get minus 39x, and 36 cannot be combined with anything. So these are my 3 different terms here. Number 4, it looks like you guys forgot about literal equations. The formula for finding the volume of a cone can be represented as this. Mr. Woodell wants to rearrange this formula to solve for h. So in this situation, I have v equals, but I want to end up with h equals something. So if I look at my original formula, I need to do some mathematics and get h all by itself. So I'm just gonna rewrite this real quick. It might make more sense because I'm trying to get h by itself over here that I just flip this stuff around. Oops. So now I have h over here. Cool. So what should we do first? Well, anything that's not an h needs to go away. If I see this fraction 1/3, let's just multiply by 3. If I multiply by 3, those are inverses and they'll go away. Multiply by 3 on this side, so I'm left with pi r squared h equals, I guess, 3v. I don't want pi over here, so let's divide by pi. Again, because they're inverses, multiplying and dividing gets 1, and 1 times r squared h is just r squared h. Let me get rid of this. I'm running out of room. So we've got r squared h equals, I guess, this new expression 3v over pi. I'm looking, I guess I'm writing a little slanted. I'm not done, right? I still have r squared here, so just kind of what we were doing before. If I'm multiplying by r squared, let's divide by r squared. So let's divide this by r squared, and I get my final expression for h equals 3v over pi r squared, which is that looks like what I wrote, so I guess I was right. Good job, Mr. Woodell. And lastly, solve the system of equations by elimination. And I just put this little disclaimer here. I want you to show your work because I know a lot of you guys just use your calculator. So make sure you're not a bum and actually do it. If you forgot how to do systems of equations by elimination, which I think a lot of you did because this was the most picked answer on that slide. We're trying to get either one of the x terms or one of the y terms to cancel out, eliminate. I don't want it there anymore. So what I see here, if I were to just add these two expressions or subtract these two expressions, I would still have an x and a y. But we can do some manipulation to get one of those variables to disappear, to be eliminated. If I multiply this entire second expression by, we'll say, -2, then I can get a new expression, -2x plus 4y equals -2 times this is, what is that, -10? So now, if I rewrite the second expression or second equation on top of it, you'll see right here, those are inverses. If I add these two expressions now, those first two terms are going to eliminate. 2x minus 2x is 0. So then, see ya. Minus 3y plus 4y, I'm just left with y. And that equals -4 plus -10, which is -14. So let's just see if I plug -14 into one of my expressions up here. It does not matter which one. Let's just start with the bottom one. X minus 2 times -14 equals 5, which is really x plus 28 equals 5. And if I subtract 28 from both sides of my equation, I'm left with -23. That seems weird. So altogether, my answer for this is -23, -14. Wow. Next time, I'll be a lot quicker at this. Thank you.